Hey folks, what is it? 19th Thursday. Sorry, I had to run off for a second. The live things are killing me. Gotta stop doing live. I hope you're all having a great week. I hope you're all feeling much happier and calmer after last night's result. We'll get to that at the end of the video. So how we're going to do today's video? We're going to start off with the incoming news. So any rumored players coming in, there's a couple. Some outgoing news, and then we're going to look at the Leeds versus Cardiff game and have a little chat about that. So let's get into this. A couple people asking already in the chat. Philip Westerman and a few others asking about last night's game, and we'll get to that. Top of the goals if conceded as well, but we'll get out to that in a second. Let's start with the income and stuff. So, first bit of news for the day. According to Calcio Mercato, Leeds are linked with Nicolo Zaniolo, the AS Roma midfielder is 23 years of age. Had a pretty good season, 94 appearances in total for Roma. Has been capped 11 times by Italy as well. Has got 2 goals for them and scored 13 goals for Roma. He is out of contract, I believe, at the end of the season, and Leeds are claimed to have inquired about the player's availability. A fee in the region of 30 to 35 million is what's being touted, but Newcastle are also rumoured to be in the mix looking at the player. Good midfielder. I don't know when he has been playing as a 10. But he can play as an 8 as well, just because more options in that midfield area with Clicky leaving. And Clicky's kind of a 10 anyway, so with him leaving, it kind of makes sense as a nice replacement. Now, these are all rumours. There's no substantial truth to these yet. We have to wait and see what happens with them, as I always say. But if you look through it, player that fits, good age, 23 years of age. The fee might be the issue. Leeds were trying to put money aside from the Reuter deal to get on Nahi. The Nahi's thing seems to be a bit messed up because Angers want the player back on loan for the rest of the season. Leeds aren't willing to do that, so it could be a case that Leeds are moving on from Unai, or they might not be. This could all just be just rumour and speculation. So, good midfielder, good age, playing at a good level would be a sensible signing. Is out of contract at the end of the season, so could be a case that Leeds could get him earlier because of that. But again, as I say, a fee of 30 to 35 million is a lot of money, especially when we were trying to, pinch a few pennies from here and there in order to get the Unahi deal done. But that's one midfielder that's been linked with Leeds. A second midfielder that's been linked with Leeds today is a player by the name of Morten Hjulmand, and I hope I pronounced that right, a Danish underaged international. And according to the Italian journalist Rudy Galetti, Leeds are inquiring about the Lecce captain Morten Hjulmand. He's 23 years of age as well. His contract expires with Lecce at the end of the 2024 season, so what will be 22, 23 end of next season, so 18 months left on his deal. He's played 41 times for Lecce, and it was described as being vitally important in the promotion to Serie A. Since being there, he's been labelled as a standout in midfield for them. Not a goal scorer by any means. Hasn't been capped by the Danish national team, first team yet. Has been capped underage by Denmark. But nothing really kind of at a higher level from the player. Yeah, he's only kind of breaking in, but he's still very young. He's very young and very promising. Forest, Southampton, Leicester are all said to be interested in the player. No idea of a fee. No fees have been mentioned for the player as well, but I'm very early on in that one as well. So Leeds possibly looking at other midfield options as well in case the Unahi deal doesn't manage to happen. Moving on then, let's talk about the outgoings and the news that broke this morning that Joe Gelhardt looks like he is off to Wigan, according to Athletic. And I'm kind of like that one. I kind of like that he's going back to his old club to kind of help them out a little bit because he had interest from other clubs. He could have very, very easily gone to Swansea or Blackburn, but has decided to go with Wigan instead. So that's according to the Athletic this morning. So, if the Athletic say it, probably true. So Joffy off till the end of the season on loan, which is a good move for him. Moving on then, let's talk about one that's a bit more controversial and might annoy people a little bit. But Charlie Cresswell is widely expected to be recalled by Leeds. Now, rumours have been that Leeds would look to loan him out somewhere else where he can get more consistent minutes. Sunderland are interested in him. But according to that this morning, Leeds haven't ruled out the possibility of selling Cresswell. For everyone who thinks, and everyone who says, I've seen a lot of chats this morning saying we should bring Charlie Cresswell back, he's class. Got to go watch the Millwall games in full. You've got to go watch the games in full. You've got to go talk to some Millwall fans who are watching him playing. It hasn't been as class as people make it out to be. He has struggled at times. Yes, he has scored a couple of goals and he's looked good from an attacking perspective, but his job is to stop goals going in. So Charlie's really young. I think Leeds have been making a mistake in letting him go. I know that he has to go and make mistakes somewhere, but I think let him go out on loan again, maybe even loan him out again next season. We're not blessed with great centre halves, but obviously Leeds yesterday looking at other centre backs of a young age. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But one, I would not sell him, but I'd be happy to see him go out on loan. So that's pretty much the news for this morning. Let's get into the Cardiff game. I'm just looking at the chat coming in here. Let's talk about the Cardiff game. So again, for me, it's an example of two very different Leeds teams on the same pitch at the same time, which is a problem. There's some huge positives. Let's start with the positive stuff. An outstanding attacking play, but you've got to caveat that by saying Cardiff are one of the worst teams in the Championship at the moment, so, and have no manager. So, and they didn't put their full strength side on the pitch to start off with. So, you got to look at all of that in context, okay? The goals were fantastic. Gnonto's bicycle kick or scissor kick from Rodrigo's pass, and great work with Tyler Adams in the build-up to win that ball back, by the way, because there could have been a counter-attack for Cardiff. It's well won back by Tyler Adams. It's a good ball into Rodrigo, who's just on flying form at the moment. A fantastic cross from him, straight across, and a beautiful, beautiful finish by Willie Gnonto. Couple of notes that I made about it. Jack Harrison playing as an inside. I've been calling all season for Jack Harrison to go into a number 10 role. I thought he was outstanding in the middle of the pitch. Might not look outstanding from everything that he does, but his passing range. I mean, some of the balls that he put through. Rodrigo's goal, it's a great pass from him as well. There's just some lovely work being done by Jack Harrison. He has that eye for a pass, and him as a 10, I like it. I like Jack Harrison inside, and I thought that's the best we've seen of him since the first 3 games of the season. Again, caveat that. Got to look at the opposition standard as well. Great to see Pat Bamford come back and scoring 2 goals. We've been saying it all season. We all want to fit Patrick Bamford scoring goals. We all want that. Did we say we should move on from Pat Bamford? Yeah, we did, because it didn't look like he was ever going to get fit again. And Leeds needed a striker now. Now we've got loads of strikers and no defenders. So it's a bit mad. But I am absolutely over the moon with Pat Bamford coming back in now. It's great to see him. 2 good goals. The second goal specifically for me, it's an instinctive finish. It's pure confidence, and that's what we need. Pat Bamford, ball on his left foot. Got to get him into those positions more often when he does start coming into the team more regularly. Also, from a defensive perspective, from bits of the game, I thought Vauber looked very good at the back. I thought Leeds looked better. Defensive unit with him in it. The stats kind of back that up a little bit. When he went off, we can see the 2 because Llorente has to go to the left. Ayling comes in on the right. And then you've got Firpo and Llorente on the left-hand side of the defence again. That we've seen that problem all season. Balls around the outside. Just, sloppy. What I will say about Vauber, if you look at this, since Leeds have signed Max Vauber, when he has been on the pitch, the 3 games he's been on the pitch, Leeds haven't conceded a goal while he's been on the pitch. He went off yesterday, conceded 2. On the 2 goals that we conceded, they're sloppy. They're sloppy defensive goals, and there's still a problem. Conceding 2 goals to a team in the Championship where Cardiff are shouldn't be happening. We've got to start getting clean sheets. We're not going to beat Premier League teams 5-2 every week. You've got to shut the back door and keep it closed. That has to get better. It's still the same problems for me. There's still the same kind of goals that we're conceding. The penalty, you could argue, both players kind of handled the ball. It kind of bounced around. Yeah, fair enough. But the second goal is there's enough Leeds defenders to prevent that second goal from going in. Llorente gets beaten far too easily, and then Ayling doesn't really cover himself in much glory at the back post either. So they're not great goals to concede. And as an Irish person, when Robinson is scoring goals, he's not a great striker. He's not. I watch him play for Ireland quite regularly. Runs around a lot, doesn't do a whole lot else. Some things that came out of the game after the match. So Vauber's injury, according to Jesse Marsh and according to BBC who interviewed him, Vauber reckons he'd be fine for the weekend. It's just a knock. It's a kick. He said it wasn't as bad as he first thought, and they're hoping to get him back on the pitch and ready for Brentford. Stroke and Cooper and Koch were also rested because of minor injuries. Small knocks, nothing major. They will be brought back in for the weekend, so it looks like pretty much a full strength squad. Looking to the weekend. Sinisterra coming on was a brilliant one as well. So if you label the positives out, Gnonto, Bamford, Sinisterra being back, and Vauber at the back, Jack Harrison the 10. Love it. Negatives, 2 goals that we conceded against a poor side that we've got to stop conceding 2 goals per game. We're averaging 2 goals a game. Can't keep doing that. Got to stop that. Other thing, Jesse came out, and by the way, this is just public service announcement. Jesse Marsh came out and addressed the rumours that a certain number of players had turned on him and had gone to the club to look for him to be sacked, and he said it's absolute BS. What I will say about this is, if this came from a Leeds fan, whether you like Jesse Marsh or not, if this came from a Leeds fan, if a Leeds group circulated this information, that is incredibly damaging, not only to Leeds as a club, but to the relationship with the manager as well. It's Leeds fans shouldn't be making people turn on Leeds fans. It's just shouldn't be. I had a bit of it today as well. I got called I saw the what did they call them? The day trippers were called out as the reason for a lack of an atmosphere in Elland Road. It was just absolute nonsense. And some other person on this channel made a comment yesterday about Leeds fans not knowing which end of the ground is in Elland Road is actually which one because they don't go to the games. It's just nonsense. It's just bullshit. Carry on. I don't know why Leeds fans feel the need to turn on certain groups of Leeds fans or say I'm a better fan than you are. You know, it's just nonsense. Just need to knock it off. But yeah, that kind of stuff. So Jesse Marsh coming out and saying absolute BS, nothing in it, move on, which I agree with. I'm delighted with. I'm absolutely delighted with that. Yeah, Carl Tanner in chat has just said you can't blame the goals on the system. No, you can't. They're both individual problems. Again, there have been some system problems. I said before, Liam Cooper getting caught in a one-on-one situation at the back is a system error that shouldn't happen. You don't want your defenders exposed, and it has happened. So there is some system problems there as well. But yesterday, absolutely not. So, yeah, that's it. Pretty much it. Bit of a negative tone at the end, but look, there's a lot of positive stuff to take out of yesterday's game. There's a lot of positive stuff happening in and around the club as well. Clicky getting a chance there, proper good boy, was nice. I'm sure someone will come after him for a fine for what he did to the Cardiff fans, but nice work, Clicky. Having a full strength squad back is great to see as well. And Sinister getting back on the pitch in Bamford as well. It's all great news, all positive stuff. So we move forward and we hope we can fix the defensive issues, and we hope Verber is available the weekend in order to come back in and play. So, yeah, good day. Let me know in the chat what you thought about the match. Let me what you think about the goals that we conceded, and where do you stand on the midfield? There's been linked with Leeds. Would love to know, and I'll be in chat later on at some point to have a quick chat. Have a great day, folks. Thanks for watching as always. If you like the channel, you can subscribe and all that kind of stuff. But I'll see you tomorrow morning for more Leeds news. Bye.